All right, welcome back. Let's go to something a little bigger. I got this. It's called the Mantis Chassis by Team ReVolt over in Belgium. I've been wanting to put this together for a little bit now, but I was trying to finish some other projects and wait for some parts to come in. This is a buggy style with a carbon fiber chassis. I have offset Capra metal axles to throw on it. We have a bunch of different size lengths because honestly I don't know what we're going to go with. It's a very short front end, kind of really stubby here, you know, to get that breakover. I have the, which ones are these ones? These are the the double cardan joints for the front, so we can get better steering and less cogging. I also have the 5mm stubs to go on the outside of these on all four. These are 4mm, which is fine normally, except that these ones are not hardened or something. But the pin actually will oval out after a while, and you have a lot more slop than you usually do, even with portals. Behind, you know, low axle steering, servo mount, brass portal covers, more links, which are not in here. Oh, there they are on the back side. More links. I was going to maybe try to do some kind of a carrier bearing setup if I need to, so I bought this just in case, just to kind of get that more breakover. We're going to go with a Secure 3625 Outrunner, just a little stubby guy, because we're going to be running a dig, Amazon dig unit, so it needs something really small to fit in there. This is a full-size servo mount bracket from Team ReVolt 2. This is also the stock servo out of the UTB 18. I figured it should be fine for this. It actually wasn't too bad in the UTB 18 as it was for steering, so being on here just to do the dig servo I think should be completely fine. I have all the parts from Team ReVolt. These are all 3D printed. I think they're carbon fiber. So we'll see how those go. Servo wise, the last buggy I did was a Amazon Blue. I did an Amazon Blue case, and I think, yeah, I do have another one right here, and that's been fine. I have these same axles with the stub shafts, the 5mm stubs and everything, and behind the axle, down low on this buggy. 35 kg blue case also. It's been fine. I have not had one issue turning with this. Also, these are bigger. We're also going with some full-size rock bumps, 5.75 2.2s. These wheels are, what is it, TXX RCS or whatever they're called on Amazon. Gonna go with those. But yeah, it should be pretty good. The ESC, for some reason, is not in here, but it's a 70 amp secure ESC that's going to be going in it. It was in here, so I'm not sure where it went, but I'll find it, throw it on here. Oh, you know what? I think it's in one of my other bins because it was going to go on another machine, on another truck. The what do we got here? I think that's about it for the basics. Body wise, I'm not sure yet. I was thinking about doing full body on this one because the amount of adjustability as far as the body mounts is kind of crazy on this one. I do have a couple cabs. I have what do I have? I have anvil cab if I need to. I have, I think it's this is what I was thinking about putting on here was the Warlord, full Warlord body, J Concepts. You know, maybe doing some trimming for breakover if I need to, but I think just the adjustability that I have on here is going to be great. I also have a Grande body. What the heck is it called? It's the SUV truck body, which I'm blanking on the name of it right now. The Coyote Grande body. That's the SUV version. I thought about doing that too. I'm not sure. Figured I'm going to build it. The body posts are completely adjustable on here. They slide on the rail and everything. Should be no problem. But we'll see. That also might go on. I have three other builds to do also. The SCX10 Pro kit, the SCX10 Base Camp kit, and then a 6x6 that was put out by Zoku and Crawler Canyon, the Jolly Green build. That one's just getting a cab. I have a Ford Ranger. I think it is cab for that one. But I'm thinking about putting either this or the Grande body onto this one, and then the SCX10 Base Camp kit will get the other one probably. And then the Pro is going to get probably the Anvil, I'm guessing. So, but I wanted to start off just like kind of like an intro on this one. I think about putting just the chassis together with the braces, just to kind of give you an idea on how it's going to look. And then the next one I'll probably end up doing like axle parts, because it's going to be a lot of pulling apart on the axle. I also have overdrive gears for the front of this. Those are not in here because they were in a different. I tried putting them in a different truck and actually in that buggy, but with a 30% too-low transmission plus those overdrive gears, it was dragging way too much. I just kind of tried just because I was curious and took them out. Figured I'd just throw them into here, and then that way I get some overdrive on here too. Really can't wait to do this. It's I've been waiting to do it for a while. I'm just waiting on a couple parts. I also have a bunch of brass tubing that I can tap out to. Well, I'm hoping to tap out to make links if needed. If none of this works, I have another set of links, the Rhino links that I could have sworn I put into this. Not 100% sure where I put them, but that's going to be for like the rear and everything. I really need to clean up this table, but anyways, I'm gonna clean up all this stuff. I'll get all the parts out of the bags, and then we'll go from there. All right, found the links. They were just off to the side. I also realized I forgot to talk about shocks. I have some Chavtex, knockoff Dravtex that I've rebuilt with Traxxas parts, seals, and bladders and pistons. I'm going to try to see if these fit. I think these might be a little long. I have a bunch of other sizes too. So we'll see, but I figured those are the ones I already have rebuilt and sitting here. They might just use them for mock-up. So anyways, got all my hardware. I'm going to start out just putting this chassis together just to see what it looks like. I haven't seen it in person yet. There's one center one, and that just holds in everything together. So if you ever want to change links or anything, you can do that without having to take everything apart. Like a lot of times you have to take sliders off just to change any kind of a link or anything. So he has it so that you can take off the links, all the link bolts, and have this whole thing attached still. He had mentioned some M3x12s, but I just have I already started putting in M3x14s, and they fit fine. Alright, get that started. Now it's going to spin like crazy. Once it gets there, then I'll straighten it out. There we go. Base this up with chassis. There's two mounts. One's in the rear, one's for the front. The front one's a little wider. It's just to get a little pinch in the rear. You can see it's probably 3 millimeters or so difference. What's nice too is in all these parts, he put in thread brass inserts, so you can just put things in no problem. I think these were 12 millimeters. No, these are 14s also. So probably start them first. Just gonna snug them up, and I'll tighten everything up later on by hand. I just don't want to strip anything out, pull anything through. That front one. Now these can go pretty much anywhere. I'm just gonna throw them in a spot just to have them mounted, and then we'll see what's in the way, what's not in the way later on. Just wanted to try to get this together, because you can also you can take this out and use it for your shock mount too. There we go, and that's the basis of the chassis. It comes with these set screws. You get two. You only need one. It's to do the rear links, it just gives you two, just have an extra. These two come for the front, and they go through the slider and all the way through here. I'm doing all stainless, so I'm just going to match these up with what I have. Nope. It's not going to be a button head, but that'll be fine. There we go. For these two, I do have some button heads that are a little shorter, so I'll see if those go on forever. See if those work. They might be. Yeah, those should be fine. I should probably just put in the full size ones. No, I don't think that will work with the head size. Oh no, that does. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna try these because I would rather have the stainless button head. But I'm gonna put this in first. So I did find those links like I was saying. I don't know what I'm gonna end up using. I know he did say that someone, or he has set it up with the Rhino links. I just figured I'd get these first to start with, and then I bought a bunch of different size Mias links just to, if I need to change it up later. I don't know what I'm going to go for. Plus, I got to match it up to, if I do the full cab, then I got to match it up to the wheelbase. So I'm just not sure yet on what I'm doing. Wait a minute. How is that supposed to work when you have a threaded insert? Is this? Well, this is longer, but that's not what I wanted to do. Oh well. Wrong ones. Go a little bit in. Hopefully I didn't mess up the threaded insert doing that. I didn't really think of it. And these might not even be the final end ball ends. Yeah, these are not even the right size ball ends. So I'll have to swap these out for different size ball ends. But these are not wide enough. But now that's in. Yeah, there's play. Then you're going to end up putting, I'll put probably some, I'm just going to stick with the, I'll do the 12. That's what originally he was saying, I think. And I'll end up taking those out to change those. Let's see if I messed up this. Oh, no. Perfect. Nice. I don't know, I grabbed 4 of these, I just realized, but like that. Now this is more of a sporty chassis or something, but I just kind of think it'd be cool to have the full cab on there. They're just not that heavy anyways. I don't do any comps or anything. This is just for fun. Look at that. Oh, before I did that, I was supposed to put on the body post mounts. Whatever. Do that later. Let's see here. We got those in. Partially put these in. There we go. There we go. Oh, let's see how the transmission looks in there. Everything should clear. Does come with a spacer, so if you need to space it up a little. But it looks like everything should clear. Just barely with that servo. If it didn't clear, I was going to end up putting like a micro in there or something, or kind of a mini. But I think I should be good. Well, I'm going to try putting it in. Might have to go with a micro. Or just get rid of the cover. Don't really want to, but oh. Can you tell my bench is not level? I want to change out that spur anyways, so don't want metal. There we go. That is a pretty tight fit in there. We should be good. We're looking at our links. Yeah, those are going to be pretty stubby. I think those are the... I might have to do something different there with the links, I think. I don't know. We'll see. I want to get I want to get this all good for first, do all the axle stuff, and then try to start putting it on there. Just not sure where we're going to go from there. I could put this little lift actually in there to put that. Still don't think the cover would fit. Yeah, the cover would not even, it's going to hit that area right there. I just have to go coverless, because even if I move this over anymore, there's not much room. It's only a couple millimeters. And oh, it's so close. It might. I don't think I can go much over though. I like to run a cover when I can, just for wires. We are like a millimeter off. You know what? Maybe I'll just end up shaving that, because it'll work fine. Literally just take off. Oh, it looks like an orange. Just shave that off, and we should be good. Oh, so that's a good start, I think. I can only do this in between other stuff with life in general, so this won't be a 1-part or 2-part thing. Probably this is probably going to be like maybe 3. I think I'll do this. Next one will probably be axles, to get those done, and then maybe putting the axles to the chassis. I'm not sure, and then electronics probably at the end, just to get it going. I definitely don't want to make this too tall. That's why I'm thinking about doing these shocks. These might even be too long. We'll see, because I have the full-size rock bumps with portals, so I don't want to go crazy. I mean, if not, I can swap to something else. I'm not sure. I do have those megalithics on the other buggy. Those have been pretty good. Maybe I'll get another set of those if these are too tall. We'll see. I don't know. These are way too tall. These are the same size, but those are probably going to go on the Helimon. I got enough stuff here where I can kind of play around and mess around. I do have some old school, well, I don't say old school, but they're 2015 hot body Rovers, the white dot ones. They were really good for a while. I just ended up doing a trail rig with that truck. It was the SCX10 6x6 that I have. That did have the hot body Rovers on it with the AR60s. Now it just has 3 sets of AR60s and more of a trailish truck. But yeah, I'll play around with this a little bit more, and when we come back, like I said, I'll probably go to the axles, and I'll see where I landed with some of this. All right, thanks for watching.